Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs. Snow White. Once upon a time, there lived a beautiful princess named Snow White. Her stepmother was very jealous of her beauty. To get rid of Snow White, the queen ordered the royal huntsman to take the princess far into the forest on some excuse and kill her. The huntsman took the princess to the forest, but taking pity on the innocent Snow White, he said, "Go away to some safe place, or the queen will have you killed." All alone in the dense forest, poor Snow White kept wandering. Just about nightfall, she caught sight of a little house at a distance. Snow White walked up to the house and entered in silently. Though everything inside the house was small, yet it was quite neat and clean. There were 7 little beds. Very tired as Snow White was, she put together all the beds and lay down on them. Soon she fell fast asleep. The house belonged to 7 dwarfs who worked in the mine in a nearby mountain. As it grew dark, they returned home and were highly surprised to see the beautiful girl lying asleep on their bed. The next morning, Snow White woke up and saw the dwarfs. Soon they became good friends. She told them about the evil plan of her stepmother and how she found the way to their house. The dwarf promised to love her and care for her in every way. The evil queen was a witch. Through her magical powers, she came to know that Snow White was still alive. To get rid of Snow White, the evil queen disguised herself as an old woman. She approached Snow White and said, "Hello, sweet girl, take one of my delicious apples." Then she held out one poisoned apple to her. Snow White accepted the apple with delight. She took a bite of it and instantly fell to the ground in a swoon. Her other friends, the birds and the animals of the forest, rushed to the 7 dwarfs to inform them of the sad happening. The 7 dwarfs rushed to the place and found Snow White lying lifeless on the ground, with the poisoned apple by her side. They did their best to bring her to life, but all to no purpose. Extremely sad, the dwarf made a beautiful glass case. Inside it, they made a flower bed for their beloved, laid Snow White on it, and carried her into the forest. The dwarfs and the animals of the forest kept watch of her body. One day, a handsome prince rode into the forest and saw them. The prince went near the Snow White's glass cage. Captivated by her beauty, he knelt, opened the case, and kissed her hand. The prince's kiss brought Snow White to life, and she got up. The dwarfs and the animals in the forest were very happy. The prince lifted Snow White onto his horse and they set off for his father's kingdom. There they were married and lived happily together.